Okay guys, I'm now here waiting for my queue. If you have nothing to do over the weekend, come over to MyTech here and look at what Mercedes put up. Okay, it is a public open test drive session. Anyone can come here, drop their IC license, and you get your number, and then you're called, and then you can go for a test drive. I can see like, I don't know man, 40, 50, 60 cars around here for people to test drive. Massive, massive. And if you're buying an A-Class, look for Bernard Lee from Hubsing KL, right? Yeah, he's been super nice to me, so look for him. And yeah, they're gonna have a good party here. You can bring your kids over here as well, just for a family day out, you know, photo shoot with the cars. My dream car is there, the S5, not my dream car, my achievable dream car, presumably. The S560 Cabriolet is there, the E63 AMG is there. You can touch them, you can lick them, you can fiddle around with them. The only thing that you can't do with them today is to drive them. But today you can drive the A200 and the A250. So let's have a quick recap on what we said the other day. The A200 is essentially a Mercedes with a 1.3 litre Nissan engine. But the A250 looks like this, look at that, and the A200 looks like that. Make no mistake, Nissan makes good engines, so we'll see. We'll see how they drive. Oh, we got a key. Cool. Hai bin daw? Oh, the first one. Okay. So yep, this is the A250 running on Hankook Evo tires. As I said, anything with the word Evo, you know, is good tires. All right. And that's the beautiful interior that we saw from all the commercials and all that. It's lovely interior. Now let's go in and do my test drive. Now it's an A-Class, so it's a small car, it's a tiny car, but today we get to see it under daylight. Now the rear design, I know a lot of you send me pictures of the Kia, but well, this is new design now. Why this design is so popular now? Look at that, the tail lamp floats slightly above, and this thing sort of blends in for the number plate, so you don't have like sharp edges and all that. It just floats, and this looks like it's floating, and then this thing that floats on top can be doubled as an opening. All right, so you like the design? I'm not sure, I haven't warmed up to the design yet, but it's certainly a big departure, and we know in the car world a big departure is a good thing because it makes people not understand what you're doing, and then they're curious, right? Consumers are like that. So let's go in for a drive with Bernard. Thank you, Bernard. Sorry, I'm dragging you. Okay, that's the lovely interior. Oh, come start. Yeah. Okay, push start. Okay. Now, this is lovely, right? Start button. Oh well, usual nowadays. Okay. Again. See this? This is different from the usual Mercedes, the one that looks like your seat, that one. And I would say this feels a little bit plastic, but I have no complaints there. Now, in terms of the beauty of the cabin, look at that. Ambient lighting and all that. Now, some of you might like things like that. Okay, you see pink color lighting, purple, and then later is blue. And of course now it's active, so it actively listens to what we say, right? Yeah, so I can say things like, hi Mercedes.
What would you like to do?
I want to go home. I'll press the voice button. The voice button, this one, right? Yeah. Oh, I can say hi Mercedes.
Yeah, hi Mercedes.
What can I do for you?
I want to go home.
Can you say that again, please?
I want to go home.
What can I do for you?
I can say, navigate home.
Navigate home.
Navigate home.
Yeah, because you need to preset the navigate home first. After you can go in.
Hi Mercedes.
What would you like to do?
Navigate home.
No home address has been saved.
Okay, so it catches what I'm saying actually. So we'll play with that around later. Now look at the new cabin. I know a lot of you will love it. I'm old enough to feel that. Disable. Okay, let that disable already.
Yeah, this is home button. So
okay.
Go back to the normal setting.
Okay. Now, Look at that. There are lights coming out from the aircon vents. It's a beautiful, beautiful design. Okay, and I cannot deny this is attractive. You know, nowadays, right, when you talk about A-Class, I feel happening already. When someone say A-Class, my mind will conjure images of clubbing, disco, and happening stuff, basically. Beautiful lights and lovely music, and of course, drinking. But anyway, but that's how I feel. That's how I feel, and it's nice. A new panel for the whole HVAC controls. And everything here is very familiar, very Mercedes-like, the usual stuff. And they use USB-C ports all around. And then you have this touchpad that you can control that. Very, very sleek. Very, very sleek. And the visuals are fantastic. The resolution is clear. It's nice. A200 smaller screen, is it?
Same screen.
Same screen. Okay, the A200 has the exact same screen. Then spec differences?
Spec differences is actually interior. This is on the AMG package.
Okay.
So where you have the sport seats designed with the Alcantara finishing.
Oh.
Article. Where the A200 is come with article leather.
Okay. So small difference interior?
Small difference.
Okay. So yeah, you might not be able to hear what he said because the mic is pointing to me. So he just explained to me that A200 you don't get the sport seats, which we point out that day during the media preview. And then you don't get the nice Alcantara kind of lining on new butt leather, that kind of stuff. Alright? Now I'm not going to waste your time too much. You guys have seen the interior. Let's go for a drive. I love compartments like that. And this one can take out, can I? Right? Can it be taken out?
Yeah, it can be taken out.
Just like that, right?
Correct.
Last time Mercedes, I can take out the whole thing, right? Now cannot. Okay. Well, not much complaints. Alright? Let's go for a drive. Now I'm waiting for my queue to drive the A200 because I think the A200 would intrigue a lot because it is almost 50,000 or 40 over thousand ringgit cheaper than the A250. Alright, so the A250 verdicts after I drove the car just now, it is very easy to drive. If you're not a driving enthusiast, you got into this car, the steering is really light, you know, the screens are beautiful, the aircon vents have lights, you know, and of course the car will respond to you with "Hey Mercedes." But from my testing, it feels more like just a little bit more advanced when it comes to its the way it responds to you, given that they have the "Hi Mercedes," that type where it will respond to you. But it is in no way a Siri or a Alexa or a Cortana. Okay, it is not that yet. Because we're not sure if the car is connected with data and all that. But of course, I'm sure once you use the car more, you pair up your phone, you have your information in there, you have your home address in there, you have all those things in there, that time, the car will be able to better understand you or maybe learn the way you talk. Okay? Now, the verdict of driving the A250. The steering is light, it's comfortable, the cabin is alright, it's an improvement over the previous one, but is it now a really dynamic corner cover? You know, is it a 1 Series sort of capable driver's car or the Golf? No, it is not. It is not at all. It is powerful. The gearbox is still the same type of Mercedes gearbox where it's the mapping and the calibration and the tuning is still not super duper awesome. But overall, it is a comfortable car, it's nice to drive, it's fast enough on the highway. It serves your daily purpose, okay? Now, a lot of bits in the car, the signal stalks, the buttons, the start button, the door panels, the plastics in there, I would say it is not, I would say, how do I put this? It's not like the previous A-Class is really good at it either, but it's more obvious on how they cut costs on some areas with the interior. Now, these are things that normal people might not notice, but how do I put this? When you touch the stocks and all that, and then after that maybe you go into a rival car, you will feel that, wow, the interior is way more plush. It feels more expensive, maybe. But they sure know how to do their visual drama. Mercedes is very good at that. So when it comes to visual drama, the dashboard, you know, the screens, the lights, it certainly attracts people. Okay, so yeah, that's how they have put the car this round. If you're a driving enthusiast, it won't on the windy bits of Genting Highlands, it will not shame a Golf. It will not shame a Golf in terms of how it drives. But Mercedes has always been like that. They are regular non-AMG cars. They focus more on the user, the daily use of it. Now, when it comes to daily use, just now the sky was really bright and the sun was glaring. My whole steering wheel and my fingers and all reflected off the front dash, the front panel, the dual screens. Okay, that's the first thing. So, in terms of impracticalities, okay, of this disco-like, really advanced sort of gadgetry kind of features, having our screen, our steering wheel and our fingers reflecting off the screen is not the best when it comes to legibility. Okay, a lot of car makers will not do this. I know that for a fact, because once they know that it's going to reflect, they won't go this approach. But Mercedes knows the youngsters, they love all these things. You know, they're willing to sacrifice a little bit of that ambiguous impracticalities. That means some people might notice it and feel that it's a big issue. Some people are like, yeah, it's like that. But what can you expect? It's a screen, right? Your laptop also reflects. Some people will see it that way. So it's really how you look at it. Then what else? The glossy bits of the aircon vents. You know, they have that black glossy surface on the aircon vents. The whole center dash, the glossy bits. It looks really good on pictures. It looks really good at night when the lights reflect off that. But it's gonna, first of all, it's gonna attract a lot of dust. When it attracts a lot of dust, you tend to put a cloth inside your car, and then you will always wipe it. If you always wipe it, you're gonna have swirl marks on it. You're gonna scratch the surface, and over time is gonna look not as pretty as it was when it was new. Okay, so that's my feeling of the whole car, the execution of it. Okay, now in terms of technology, it's good that Mercedes-Benz Malaysia bring in this car with that dual screen, with that high Mercedes feature. But other than that, if you look at it on a deeper level, actually in terms of really advanced features, it is actually it's going the other direction in terms of advanced being in safety or improvement in car build quality. Mercedes knows for an A-Class, they can cut on the plastics, they can make it feel not the same as a C or an E, and then as you upgrade your car, you get to feel it, the improvements that you get in your car, perhaps. Okay, but overall, it is still an attractive car. In terms of its interior, okay, exterior, to me really so. I mean, I find that it's a big departure from usual Mercedes design language, and like what all of you said, it looks rather Korean. Okay, it looks rather Korean, but it's not a bad thing. Koreans design good cars nowadays. It's just that there's no distinctive character when it comes to its design, but that was greatly helped by having the CLS look the same. That would make you feel very, very different. The design alone is nothing to shout about, but when it looks like a CLS, you will feel great. Alright, so that's how the A-Class is. Do I think it's a competitive car? In terms of what it offers, what it is, yeah, and then you look at the price. It is rather costly. It is not affordable. It is not affordable because for close to 270,000 or 265,000, okay, it is an expensive car compared to its segment. But there are times when people feel better when they spend more on something, right? Us iPhone users, right? So or even Samsung users, right? You can buy something of the same spec, whatever, different brand, a Vivo or something, and then it's more affordable, right? But you feel good, you feel atas, right, or atas, solely because you tell people that you can pay that money for that car. All right. So now this is our A200. I'm still with Bernard. If you are buying an A-Class or any Mercedes, you can look for him at Hub Sing KL. super nice guy, super duper nice guy. Even opened the door for me. Oi, no lah. We are both 30 over year old, almost 40 kind of big fat adults. Okay, let's go start the car and then I'll continue driving the A200 now with a 1.3 litre turbo, torsion beam behind, different seats, but overall it looks rather same. And I kind of like the, I don't know whether it's real wood or fake wood, but it looks good. Okay, let's go on for the drive. Hi guys, I'm now driving in the A200. Okay, this is the 1.3 litre turbo. As you might have learned from some of us, that this engine is from the collaboration between Mercedes and Nissan. So it's essentially a Nissan mill, but to me that's not a problem. Nissan makes good engines. Okay, Nissan makes really good engines, and if it is good, I don't care where is it from. Alright, let's turn right again. Let's put the foot down and see how the car pulls. 1.3 bro, it pulls. Okay, there's a little bit of vibration that I can feel from the throttle when it goes. Maybe it's a small engine being worked hard, you know. Doesn't matter. To me, it's alright. Okay. DJI Osmo was making sound behind it. I think it was sound. Oops. Let me try and switch it off. Oh, I'm sorry, DJI. I think I'll switch it off already. Okay. Alright, let's continue the drive. Let's switch off the sound system. Okay, now we are in, let's see, we are in comfort mode, and then if I put it to sport, of course sports is just gonna tighten up some of the throttle pedal and steering and all that. Well, turn right,
Turn right?
Turn right,
okay, roundabout, okay. Make a U-turn again.
Alright. Sorry, forgot. Okay, does the car have the adaptive cruise control? No, right? Okay, because just now I saw a car being shown here. You can detect the car in front.
Correct.
Okay.
Active brake assist.
Active brake assist. Okay. Suspension is now in.
It's on the comfort. Because this car is using a comfort suspension.
Okay.
Alright.
Sorry.
So there's a blue one. Right.
Okay. The rears are torsion beam. So just now when I do a very tight turn, I can feel the back, because it wasn't independent. It's as if both sides move together a little bit, but not too big of a concern if I drive normally. Now if I were to drive normally, like how you will own the car, right? Normally when we test drive cars, right, we go up the car, we press full throttle and all that. That's roughly how you drive the first week when you collected your car, or when your car has run in. Okay, when your car has run in, and then you will try to drive faster, you know, tekan a little bit more. But after that, you're just gonna drive smooth, right? Now I feel the suspension at the rear, it really isn't that capable in coping with some of the undulation. Okay, you feel the whole thing like rattle a little bit, but that's, how do I put this? If you look at this from a sporty car angle, then it's alright. But does it feel like the whole thing is very unified and then absolutely rock solid? It's not there. It's not there yet, but let's see how the car feels. Okay, visibility is very good because the side mirror housing is rather small, and it's good that they mount it on the doors instead of the base of the A-pillar, so you have a gap there, you can see the road. Visibility is generally excellent. The rear view mirrors matches up to the rear windscreen kind of real estate, so you gotta see the whole thing there. You know, Mercedes is not in a hurry to appeal to anybody. You know, they are the #1 premium car maker, so they are not like, you know, some car makers that are fighting their way up. Then they will spec a frameless rear view mirror, you know, they will spec this and that. Mercedes don't have to do that. It's a regular rear view mirror. I don't think there is a blind spot monitoring. Okay, so in terms of this car, the A200, you get a rather interesting looking infotainment system. It's good that they do not down-spec the screens, which is a good thing. And you get climate control, that sort of stuff. So, and then a rather punchy engine. Okay, you put Karamjit Singh behind A200, I wouldn't run away from him with an A45 when I'm driving. I mean, straight road maybe I can go fast, but you can catch up. Okay, it's still a punchy car. It is still a punchy car on the windy roads. You can catch up, not on the highway lah, huh? So the horsepower wise, this is quite high, huh, man?
Yeah.
100
and 63.
163, 163 horsepower. My God, 163 from a 1.3 liter. Amazing. Now the pedal shifters feel different. They are not the anodized chrome kind of pedal shifter, but it's alright. To me, that's a small complaint. Steering wheel is, you have the black glossy surface there. Actually, I kind of prefer a little bit of duality when it comes to the surface of the oh, that's an old A180. Look at that, following closely to the Golf. Okay, now can the A class match up to the Golf when it comes to suspension and handling? No, it wasn't there last time. They haven't do that as well this round. So you can see how Mercedes thinks nowadays. They focus on making the car attractive to the buyer. You go up, you sit on the driver's seating position, right? You touch everything that you touch, and then after that you walk into a BMW or a Golf, you'll be like, ooh, all of them look 20 years behind. That's how they make you feel. You feel you're in something more advanced. But do they want to spend a lot of time on making the suspension, the chassis, beautiful chassis and all that? They don't care. They don't really care. As long as it goes, it's safe around bends, it's okay, it's done. Okay, so it's a very different ideology here. Okay, Mercedes puts a lot of effort when it's an AMG car. Those cars drive beautifully, right? The 45 or the 43, they all drive fantastic. Okay, but the regular ones, they know what customers want, so it's up to you. But for me, driving,
What can I do for you?
even someone who isn't a keen driver, I would say, after you drive this, you hop straight into a 118 or a Golf 1.4, you will feel, the suspension is more comfortable, soundproofing may be better, and it drives better. But what do you want, right? Are you a keen driver, or you prefer an interior that is glorious? This is what Mercedes is going for. So interesting. They are not a company that doesn't know how to do handling. They know their stuff. Mercedes-Benz, when it comes to engineering, they are very, very strong. Okay, but you can see how they rationalize their product now.
What can I do?
That means they know how to plan their products to appeal to different groups of audience. So actually, when I look at these two cars now, right, at first the power deficit of the A200 isn't a big issue to me against the A250. But now, after driving these routes, is the most notable differences between these two cars are the suspension. Go straight, right? U-turn. Oh, U-turn here. Sorry, no problem. I'm sorry. I have to make a U-turn. Make a U-turn. Make a left-turn. Okay. So it's the suspension. The rear will bob around because it's a torsion beam. But we have been in cars with torsion beam before, and it can be done not bad, to be honest. And here's a slalom. It's a free slalom for us. Oh, nice. I shocked him a bit there. Oh, the guy followed behind. Alright, yeah, we get free slalom. So let's turn in here. Okay, so yeah, the suspension is the most obvious thing in the A200. You keep feeling the back keep bopping around, and as a back passenger, you're gonna feel that. So at the end of the day, like I said just now, is in terms of pricing, is it affordable? Not at all. It is not affordable at all. But like I said, there are people who feel good when they spend more on something. iPhone, right? Samsung, right? They are more expensive than the equivalent Vivo or Huawei or something like that, but they feel good when they drive something like that. And Mercedes sure knows how to throw a party. You always see your friends update their Instagram, their Facebook. Oh, they're at another urban hunting festival party, Hubastang. Wow, why am I not invited? Because you did not buy a Mercedes-Benz. That's how they make you feel. And that adds up to the value proposition of joining the Mercedes community. It's about joining the Mercedes community, not so much about driving a car that is capable. So in terms of chassis handling dynamics, this car in no way can compare even to a Golf. But do you feel expensive? Do you feel better waking up walking to your Mercedes-Benz? Or like Con always say, Mercedes-Benz, right? The inventor of the automobile, right? So, yep, they are expensive. Yep, they might not drive as well. So what? That is their attitude now. So what? You like my car. You like my styling. That's how Mercedes thinks. And I think a brand that is so confident will automatically attract people to them. Yeah, amazing, amazing. And yeah, so that's how the A250 feels, and that's how the A200 feels. Cheers, guys.